That's why I need a one dance, got a Hennessy in my head. One more time before I go, higher powers take it all home.
Let me be your woman. I can be your woman. Baby, I like your style.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl Kennedy, and I'm back once again with another video. Now today, as you can see, I got on my Destiny's Child shirt today because the Queen Beyonce is on it, and this is going to be a Beyonce video today. Now today in this video, we are going to be ranking and reviewing Beyonce's new album, Cowboy Carter. Okay, now this is act 2 of a 3-part trilogy that Beyonce has been working on. Renaissance was act 1, Cowboy Carter is act 2, and Beyonce's probably working on act 3 as we speak. So she's probably got that lined up to probably come out next year. So yeah, in this video, I'm going to be ranking each song from worst to best, and I'm going to give my commentary on each song individually. And at the end, I'm going to review the album, like an overall review at the end. And then I'm going to be giving the album a rating on a scale from 1 to 10. Now, Cowboy Carter is supposed to be like a Beyonce country album, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of confusing because Beyonce was talking about this is not a country album. This is a Beyonce album, something like that. I feel like what she said, which is confusing because on iTunes, it's listed as a country album, but she said that it's not, so I'm confused. So I'm going to say that this is a Beyonce album with a country influence, because that's all I can really describe it as, because I'm confused because on iTunes it says it's a country album, but Beyonce says that it's not, so I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna say it's a Beyonce album with a country influence, okay? I think that's an accurate description. I don't particularly like country music, but I applaud Beyonce for taking on a new genre and experimenting with new genres, you know what I'm saying? So even though I don't like country music, I'm down to give it a try because it's Beyonce, okay? And I feel like she's kind of taking country music back because I'm pretty sure black people invented country music, you know what I'm saying? So in these days, y'all know, like mostly white people sing country music now. So there's not that many black country music artists these days. So I feel like Beyonce is kind of taking back the genre along with other black country artists. Because thanks to this album, I know some black country music artists, and there's a community of them that I've learned. So I feel like Beyonce, along with the other black country music artists, they're kind of taking back the genre and building a community of black country artists, if that makes any sense. Also, Beyonce is from the South, so I'm pretty sure she's from Houston, Texas. So it makes sense that she made a Beyonce album with a country influence because she probably grew up with country music. So it makes perfect sense. I'm pretty sure she knows what she's talking about, and I'm pretty sure she's well educated in country music things. So it makes sense that she made this album. And I feel like this album was kind of like her exploring her roots. That's what I felt like listening to it. So, yeah. So I feel like she has the right tools, the right education to make a country influenced album, a Beyonce country album, if you will. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not like country music at all. But since it's Beyonce, I was willing to give it a chance, you know what I'm saying, because Beyonce can pull off any genre, and I wanted to see if Beyonce would make me somewhat kind of like country music. She could pull off any genre, like that's 100% a fact, okay? Now, the original track list has 27 tracks on it, but on my list, I only put 23 songs on there because some of the tracks were like talking parts, like the Dolly Parton talking thing, Linda Martell and like Willie Nelson, they had talking parts in the album. Those parts will not be on my list, on my ranking, but I will talk about them in my review at the end. So this list only has the 23 actual songs on it, on the ranking part. But I will talk about the talking part thingies at the end in my review, overall review. Okay, so I wanted to mention that real quick before we begin. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. But before we get into this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy____. Follow me on TikTok at Kennedy_39. And make sure you have me on Snapchat at Kennedy Buck, no space, no capitals. Now let's get straight into the video. This song was an Alvin and the Chipmunks version of Oh Louisiana. The Dream is a producer on this song, and when I had seen his name on the credits, I was like surprised. I had forgot about him, to be honest with you, because he was like a R&B singer in the 2000s, so I completely forgot about him. So when I seen him in the credits, I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about you. So I was like, that's a nice little surprise.
She rocking that thing like.
But this song was still giving Alvin and the Chipmunks. And I think the song samples Chuck Berry, Oh Louisiana, and this was like an Alvin and the Chipmunks version of that. That's all I can really describe the song as. I don't really have much to say about it. It's just the Alvin and the Chipmunks song to me.
Something about those tears of yours. How does it feel?
Beyonce sounds great on this song, but overall I thought the song was just mid. It was a little bit boring to me. But I think Beyonce's vocals were great, because her vocals are always great, you know what I'm saying? But I think the song was just a bit boring. The Dream also produced on this song. He produced quite a bit of songs throughout this album. I will be discussing that throughout the video later on. But he's also a producer on this song as well. This is his second appearance out of many appearances on this album.
Desert Eagle in the backseat. Everything bigger in Texas.
Desert Eagle had a funky sound to it, and I really enjoyed like the funk vibes of the song. But I thought the song was just okay overall. But I did enjoy the end because I liked the way that it transitioned into Riverdance.
Blackbird fly. Blackbird.
Blackbird is a cover of a Beatles song.
Blackbird fly.
And I thought the execution was pretty well done. There's a lot of features on this song, but I feel like Beyonce did not utilize them to like their fullest abilities, you know what I'm saying? They just were singing backup and had little small parts. So I feel like there was a lot of people featured on this song, and they were very underutilized on the song, even though they sounded great on the song. But I feel like they could have been on the song more. I had to pull up the featured artists because there's so many of them and I'm not familiar with them. So I had to pull them up real quick. The featured artists on Blackbird are Tanner, Adele, Brittany Spencer, Tierra Kennedy, which is my name, Kennedy, so we like that. And is it Raina Roberts? That's the last one. Yeah, I think that's how you say her name. So yeah, so she had quite a bit of people featured on this song, and you barely heard from them. So they sounded beautiful together and everything, but I feel like they could have been utilized more on the song.
I will be your protector. Born to be a protector.
Protector is featuring Rumi, Beyonce's daughter, you know what I'm saying? And I think this is probably her first feature on any Beyonce song, because I don't think she's ever used Rumi and Sir on any of her music before. I know she's featured Blue Ivy plenty of times, but I don't think she's ever used her younger twins on music before that I know of, that I can remember off the top of my head. So I think this is the first time that Rumi got a feature, you know what I'm saying? It's her turn now. We like that. We love that. We love the motherhood vibes of the song. So I like the meaning of the song because it was her talking about motherhood and protecting her kids. We love that. We love the motherhood vibes. So I like the song because of its meaning and I thought it was cool to add personal touches by adding her kids onto the song, because the song's about motherhood and her kids are on the song. So it makes sense. I enjoyed the personal touch and the meaning of the song. This song is so short, but in the short period of time, I think the song was great. I really enjoyed the vocals. It's actually one of my favorite vocal performances on the album. It's definitely some of the best vocals on the album. One of my favorite vocal moments, but I had to rank it a little lower on my list because of the song being really, really short. So that's why I had to rank it a little bit low, because it was not long enough. But the parts that were there were beautiful. So I think the song was great despite it being too short.
Texas, ain't no hold'em. So lay a call.
Texas Hold'em is okay to me. This was one of the songs that Beyonce dropped at the Super Bowl, which is prime advertising. So that was a very smart business move. Beyonce always got the best business moves, okay? And she had the best Super Bowl commercial. Her commercial was my favorite out of the commercials I saw at the Super Bowl.
Who you came to see? Me. Who rap like me? Don't make me get up out my seat.
But yeah, this was great advertising, smart business move. We love the smart business moves. Beyonce's a genius. Duh. So of course she had to advertise her music at one of the biggest TV sporting events ever. Smart anyway. So yeah, when the song came out, I thought it was just okay. It's a cute little country song. It's catchy, and it did really well on the charts. So yeah, it did really well. It's a cute country song, very commercial, and it's very catchy. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the song. It's okay to me. I liked Beyonce's vocals. Willie Jones is featured on the song, and I thought he sounded pretty good. I really like the gospel vibes of this song as well, and I like the meaning behind it because it was kind of giving like motivational, inspirational gospel song, and I really liked that. So I really enjoyed the meaning. The vocals were great. Loved the gospel vibes. So overall, it was a great song.
16 carriages driving away while I watch them ride.
Out of the two singles that Beyonce dropped at the Super Bowl, I actually like 16 Carriages better than Texas Hold'em. I think 16 Carriages is very underrated. I really like the chorus on the song and the beats.
16 carriages.
I liked it better overall, better than Texas Hold'em in my opinion. And I feel like this song is underrated, but I think this song is way prettier. I like the chorus a lot better, and I like the visuals. There wasn't really like a real visual for it, but I like the cover art and the visualizer for it as well.
I might cook clean, but still won't fall. Still working on my life, you know. Only God knows, only God knows.
So I overall like this song a lot better. But I usually hear Texas Hold'em more than I hear this song. But personally, I like 16 Carriages better. Daughter talks a lot about Beyonce's father and how Beyonce acts like her father sometimes. It's like the saying like, you are your father's daughter type thing. Like she acts like her father sometimes when she's upset or something like that. That's what I think it was. That's what I interpreted it as.
If you cross me, I'm just like my father. I am colder.
But yeah, and I really like the dark vibes of the song, and I really enjoyed the strings. It was a very pretty song, and I really liked the opera-ish vibes that she had in the song as well.
I see you hurt and see you, please have mercy.
Amen was a great closer to the album. I think it wrapped things up nicely. And it also has parts of American Requiem, which was the intro. It has bits and pieces from that song in it. So I think it brings the album full circle because it's kind of reprising the intro a little bit. And bits from the album is kind of like a reprise. And it's like summing up everything. So I think it's a great closer to the album and it brings the album full circle.
Right now.
Flamenco sounded very haunting in the beginning, but I really enjoyed the vocal stacking. The stacking of the vocals was great. The song was very short. That's my only critique, that the song was very short, but it was really pretty, even though it was very short. I really liked the chorus on this song, and I thought Beyonce and Post Malone actually sounded pretty good together. I did not think he was going to be on this album. I was very surprised that he was on this album at all. I didn't even know he made country music until a couple days ago. So I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I didn't know he made country music. So this was a little surprise. But they actually sounded pretty good together. So I thought it was a pretty good choice. I was like, oh, okay. I see you. It was giving. And also The Dream also produced this song as well. So I thought that was interesting too. He made another appearance on this album, The Dream. Okay, so yeah. Overall, Post Malone and Beyonce actually sounded pretty good together. I think Beyonce did a great cover of Jolene by Dolly Parton. Okay, you feel me? I actually know Jolene. This is actually one of the very few country songs that I actually know. It's actually a very mainstream, like classic country song. So this is one that I actually know.
Jolene, Jolene, please don't take him just cause you can.
So when I heard it, I was like, oh, that's cool. She did a cover of it. And then Dolly Parton was on this album, like throughout this album. She did talking parts, and I think she sang a little bit on the album too. So it was cool that Beyonce did a cover of this song. I guess you could say she sampled it too. But I really do think that it would have been cool though if Beyonce and Dolly Parton kind of did the song maybe as a duet type thing, because Dolly Parton was on the album. She was on throughout the album. So I thought it would have been cool if they did a duet, like they might as well have, since Dolly Parton was on the album anyway. So I thought it would have been cool if they did like a little duet situation. But it's okay because I still like Beyonce's version, and I like the changes that Beyonce made to the lyrics. She made a couple lyrical changes, and I very much enjoyed them.
Jolene, I know I'm a queen, Jolene.
She was like, you better not take my man or I'ma whoop you. Like, that was the energy it was giving, and I was definitely here for it.
I hate to have to act a fool. Your peace depends on how you move, Jolene.
I was here for the lyrical changes Beyonce made. My one critique is, I wonder if it would have been cool if Dolly Parton and Beyonce did the song as a duet, since Dolly Parton was on the album anyways. So yeah.
God only knows why though. God only knows why though.
I really like the chorus on this song. It was one of my favorite things about the song. I also really loved the God, Jesus vibes. We always loved that. That was one of my favorite things about the song as well. And I really like that she said, I'm a stallion, because it reminded me of Megan Thee Stallion. So I thought that was cool.
I'm a stallion running.
So overall, I think the song was very nice. Very nicely executed. I think Riverdance is a very cute song. That's what I would describe it as. It's very cute and fun. I really like the guitar. I think the song is very catchy. I believe The Dream also produced this song as well. He's on this album a lot. He produced a lot of songs on this album, and this is one of them. This is another one of them. another one, you know what I'm saying?
Another one.
I really liked how catchy it was. It was fun. It had a nice bounce. I liked the guitar. And it definitely sounded like a river dance, so it made sense that the song was called Riverdance. Riverdale. No, I'm kidding. I was born by the river. No, let me stop. Riverdance, okay? So it made sense that the song was called Riverdance. American Requiem is a great intro to the album. I really like the vocal stacking and the harmonies on the song, and I really like the gospel choir vibes of the song as well. But I do think the song was a bit too long. I think the song was like over 5 minutes, so I think it was a little bit too long. But I really think Beyonce's vocals were pretty good on the song. They were great, but there was some parts of the song where she did sound a little bit weird, like on this part. But I think Beyonce is talking about on this song how the country music community kind of made her feel like she didn't belong in their genre. You know what I'm saying? Because I believe she performed at the Country Music Awards before with, I think, the Dixie Chicks or something like that. And they made her feel like she didn't belong. So she's kind of like talking about how that made her feel. And I feel like Beyonce can do whatever genre music she want to do. If she want to do country music, she could do country music if she want to. And she has just as much of a right to sing country music as anyone else. If they want to sing it, if she want to sing it, she can sing it, okay? And let her do it and watch her win all the country music awards. I hope she takes all their awards, wins all their awards and all that stuff, okay? Just to rub it in their faces, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like she gonna be like, ha ha, I can do country music, like. And so I hope she goes to the Country Music Awards and sweeps all the categories, and I hope at the Grammys she wins all the categories too. So yeah. There's my little rant, but yeah, I feel like Beyonce has the right to do country music if she won't, and the country community needs to make way because this album is gonna top all the charts and it's gonna break all the country records. So yeah, boom. One of the main reasons I liked Bodyguard was because of the beat. It was actually one of my favorite beats on the album because I love the vocals on the beat. It's very memorable, it's very catchy, it has a nice groove to it. And that's all I really paid attention to when I was listening to it because it draws your attention. I wasn't really paying attention to like the lyrics or anything because I was too busy focused on how gorgeous the beat was. So that's all I was really listening to when I was listening to the song. And that's why I ranked it so high, because it's one of my favorite beats on the album, okay? And I feel like when Beyonce performs it's gonna be real cool. I feel like she can maybe do like some doo-wop chicks in the back, some doo-wop girls, like doing the... Have some doo-wop girls in the back. I feel like that would work. Giving like the Supremes type thing. And it'll be cute vibes. Love the song. Love the grooviness of it. It's definitely a groovy song. So overall, loved it. Love that song.
Bucking like a mechanical bull. Bucking.
Shabuzi is on this song and I think he sounded great. I think this song had like a house vibe, and it was definitely giving Renaissance to me. Maybe it's just me, but this song was definitely giving Renaissance. It kind of had a Renaissance connection with that house vibe in it. And Pharrell is also a producer on this song, so I thought that was cool. Beyonce has a lot of great producers on this album, and Pharrell is one of them. He's very iconic in the producing realm. So yeah, I really like the producer choices Beyonce chose for this album, and overall I think the song was pretty good.
At the snap of my fingers, I'm Thanos. And I'm still on your head, cornrows.
Spaghetti was actually a very pleasant surprise for me. I love when Beyonce growls on songs because it's very commanding and definitely commands your attention. And it definitely gives like Savage Beyonce. And I'm a fan of Savage Beyonce, so I was definitely here for the Savage growling Beyonce. Love that. Love that energy. And Beyonce, she has a good flow. She had a good flow on this song. Beyonce can low-key rap, okay? Beyonce got some bars, okay? So I love when she raps because she low-key can rap very well. So she was spitting bars on this song for sure. I think Swiss Beats did the beat on this song, and I think he did a great job because I really enjoyed the beat on this song. Linda Martell was also on this song as well, which I thought was pretty cool because she's kind of like a country music historian a little bit. Because I think she's one of like the first Black female commercially successful country artists. And so it was pretty important for her to be on this album. And it's really cool because she's like history. She made history. She's like the first Black woman to be commercially successful in country music. I don't listen to country music, so I don't know much about her, but I've heard of her before. So I got kind of like a surface level understanding of her, but I never really listened to her music. I just heard of her a little bit. So yeah, but it is important for her to be on this album because she's like a piece of history. Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. And I'm pretty sure Beyonce is going to be commercially successful in country music as well. So Linda Martell kind of paved the way for Beyonce to make this album in the first place. So duh, it makes sense that she should be on this album. Of course, it makes sense. So yeah, I thought that was very interesting. The song also had Shaboozey on here as well. He's the country rapper guy that I seen on my Instagram. I've seen him on Instagram before, and I thought it was interesting because he kind of makes like country rap fusion music. So Beyonce kind of put me on, so I might check out his music. Even though I don't listen to country music, I might listen to it since Shaboozey raps, okay? He's like a country rapper, so since it's rap in there, that might get me to listen to it. So I might check out his music because Beyonce put me on, okay? You feel me? And also, I think he did really well on the outro on this song. And he was on the album twice, and I think he did well both times. Now, Spaghetti, this song is fire, but it definitely was not giving very much country vibes at all. It was more so of a hip-hop song, which I didn't mind that. I did not mind that at all because I love me some hip-hop music. So I was here for the hip-hop fusion that she added in here because I needed it, because I'm not a country music person. So for people like me that don't listen to country music, this song is for me because it definitely gave more rap, hip-hop vibes more so than the country. And I'm totally fine with that because I love rap music. So it made sense for me. Beyonce put this song on here for me. Okay, so yeah.
It's a tyrant every time I ride it. Every time I ride it.
Tyrant is definitely like a bump and grind type song, you know what I'm saying? But the intro was given like a folk song, folk tales vibes on the song.
Answer me now, you owe me a debt, you stole me.
And I think Dolly Parton sounded great on the song as well. She was featured. I liked her. I liked her on the song. I liked her on the intro. And I really enjoyed the intro. And then when I heard that DA got that dope, I knew the beat was about to change. And then when that beat dropped, I was like, hold up, wait a minute. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, yeah. So I knew that song was about to give. When I heard that DA got that dope, I was like, okay, it's about to give hip-hop, trap. And it definitely did. It was giving hip-hop, trap, country, fusion. Loved it. The beat was fire. It was actually one of my favorite beats from the album. And it's also one of the songs that I listen to the most on the album. So I love Tyrant. That's one of my most played songs from the album.
I'll be your shotgun rider till the day I die.
Beyonce and Miley Cyrus was a collaboration that I never thought I needed, but they sounded gorgeous together. Their voices Sound amazing, perfect harmony together. It was a great duet, very unexpected duo, but it was great. And when I saw Miley Cyrus on the track list, I was like, Hannah Montana and Beyonce gonna do a song? It's about to be interesting. Okay, let me listen, because I was very much interested. I was like, this about to be some tea. Let me see this. I gotta see this. I gotta hear this. You know what I'm saying? So I was very excited and I was very satisfied. It was great. Their voices sounded gorgeous. Like Miley's feature was probably the best feature on the whole album, in my opinion. She had the best feature, hands down. But it didn't even feel like she was really featured on the song, because they both had like even parts, so it was giving like a very even duet. So it didn't really feel like Beyonce featuring Miley Cyrus. It felt like Beyonce and Miley Cyrus. Like it felt like a very even, perfect harmony duet. Gorgeous. And I feel like this song is going to win a lot of awards, okay? I feel like this is gonna be like the song that like tops the charts, wins the awards, gets the accolades. I feel like this song is the one that's going to do that, as it should, because this song is beautiful. It's beautiful. I was like, this is great. I was very satisfied by the Hannah Montana and Beyonce collab, okay? But yeah, Miley Cyrus is very nostalgic for me. Beyonce is very nostalgic for me too. So it was like two nostalgic figures in my life in one song. Great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Good God. I don't wanna hear no yeah. I got you.
Ya Ya is one of the best songs on the entire album. I really enjoyed the intro and I really enjoyed the vocals overall. And I thought the song was a lot of fun. It was a ton of fun. I had a lot of fun listening to it. I could imagine like when Beyonce performs this, it's going to be like a huge production, because the song has so much going on. It has a lot of different elements. So I feel like when she performs this, it's going to be a humongous production and it's going to be amazing. So I can't wait to witness that if I ever see her in concert. If I can get some Beyonce money to go to the concert, I'll be glad to see this in person if I ever get the chance to. This song samples Boots Are Made for Walking. Now that song is before my time, but I do know the song and I thought it was a great sample choice for the album.
These boots are made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
The Dream also makes an appearance on this song again. I believe this is like his 5th appearance on the album. I lost count, but he's on a lot of the album, like I already said before. Overall, I enjoyed this song. It was very fun, and it's definitely my favorite song on the album. Now it's time for my overall review, and I think Cowboy Carter was pretty good, but I noticed when I was listening that I leaned more towards the songs that had the least amount of country in them. Those are the songs that I liked the most, were the ones that had the least amount of country in them. I leaned more towards the hip-hop type songs. But I feel like this album had a lot of different genres in it. To be honest, it was like a fusion of different things. It had country, it had hip-hop, funk, rock. It had a bunch of different things in there. Those are just the genres that I could remember. That was just to name a few. I'm sure there's other genres in there, but those are the ones that I could remember. So this album was definitely a melting pot of different things besides country. Country was like the main genre, but I feel like she put some other things in there, little sprinkles of different things in there as well, which was one of the things I really liked, because I liked that it had a variety of different things. So it has something on there for everybody, I feel like. The album was a bit too long for me though, because Renaissance was way shorter than this. So I was expecting the length to be similar to Renaissance, and it's not. I feel like it was way longer than Renaissance. So that's one critique. That's one of the critiques for me, is that I feel like it was too long. But a positive is I loved the production on this album. She had so many great producers on this album, and I think Beyonce produced some of the album as well. So her shout outs to her producers and Beyonce too, because she also was producing as well. So I feel like the production on this album was definitely an A plus. Beyonce always gets an A plus in terms of production. Her production's always top notch, the best of the best. So definitely A plus for the production for sure. I loved the beats that Beyonce chose for this album, like on songs, for example, like Ya Ya, 16 Carriages, Tyrant, Bodyguard. Like those were some of my favorite beats on the album, just to name a few. But I feel like her beats choices are always amazing. So this album is in addition to the amazing beats that she always chooses. So this is just what I expected from the album anyways. So yeah. So it makes sense that the beats are amazing because Beyonce always chooses amazing beats. She featured a lot of black country artists on this album, like Shabuzi. He's the one I remember the most. I had to write out the other ones. Hold on, I gotta read off here so I can make sure I mention everyone. I don't want to forget nobody because everybody was special in their own way. Okay, so I had to mention all of them. So the other ones are Tanner Adele, Brittany Spencer, Tierra Kennedy, like my name, Randa Roberts, and Willie Jones. So I thought that was cool that she incorporated a lot of black country artists on this album. Okay, you feel me? Because before this, I had no idea who any of these people are. These are like new country music artists. So a lot of them I didn't know they existed until this album. So Beyonce definitely put me on to them. So this was a great opportunity for some black country artists to get some shine, some new black country artists to get some shine, because I had no idea they existed until this album. So Beyonce definitely put me on to some people. So I thought that was pretty cool. She also has some country music legends on the album like Dolly Parton, Linda Martell, and Willie Nelson. So I thought that was cool that she kind of got she got like a variety. She got the new school country artists and then the old school legendary country artists. I don't know much about country music, but based on my research, I know that Dolly Parton, Linda Martell, and Willie Nelson are like country legendary people. So it's cool that she kind of got the cosign of some legendary country artists. So I thought that was cool as well. Beyonce got connections, you know what I'm saying? So she got everybody, the variety up in here. I'm sorry. The variety up in her. Let me not do that. That was cringy. Never mind. Next. Forget I ever said that. She also has some surprise collabs as well, like Miley Cyrus and Post Malone, because I was surprised to see them on the album at all. So I thought those were like some surprise collabs, pleasant surprise collabs on the album as well. So she definitely had some variety of different people on this album, which I thought contributed to the overall experience and made it fun to listen to. But my overall favorite features on the album were Miley Cyrus and Shabuzi. They stood out to me the most. Those two were probably my favorite features on the whole album. I thought the talking tracks like Dolly P, Smoke Hours, and the Linda Martell Show, I thought those were interesting. I thought they were a good touch to the album actually, because I think it helped transition from one song to the next, and it kind of provided like a intro to the next song / transition to the next song, and I think it helped with like the country vibes of the album, and it definitely gave like the illusion, like the country illusion, and it added to like the authenticness of the album. So I thought that was cool to add those in to kind of get the country feeling going on with the album. So I really enjoyed those as well. I really appreciate Beyonce taking on the country music genre with this album, you know what I'm saying? And I hope she sees a lot of success with doing this, because I feel like all of Beyonce's albums are amazing. She delivers every single time. She always delivers high quality, high production work. And I feel like she's one of the hardest working celebrities, one of the hardest working people ever. So I hope she gets a lot of success with this album, and I hope she gets even more success than she already has, because she's like one of the most successful artists ever, and she deserves it. That's why she's the queen, because she delivers every single time. Now, I don't listen to country music. I don't really like country music, but I will listen to the country music if it's Beyonce country music. That's the only country music I will listen to. Now I know Beyonce said this is not a country album. This is a Beyonce album with a country influence, but anyway, the only way I listen to country music is if it's Beyonce country music. That's it. But I feel like Beyonce country music is like a different genre in its own thing. Like country music's over here, Beyonce country music is like up here. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. So the only way I'm listening is if it's Beyonce country music. But yeah, Beyonce is the queen. She can do any genre she wants. She did a great job with the country music genre, or the Beyonce album with the country influence. I gotta make sure I say that correctly, because that's what I'm defining it as. The Beyonce album with the country influence. And I think she did a great job. Now onto the part where I give the album a rating on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 meaning it was trash, 10 meaning it was a perfect album, and any number in between means that it was decent, and I'm going to be giving Cowboy Carter a 7.5 out of 10. Overall, I thought the album was decent. I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, Beyonce's vocals were giving the entire time, so I enjoyed her vocals, and I also enjoyed her feature choices. I thought she had some great features on the album, but I had to deduct points because I felt like the album was too long. It was way longer than Renaissance Act 1. I personally prefer Renaissance Act 1 more than Cowboy Carter because I liked more songs on Renaissance than I did this album. But I do applaud Beyonce for the experimentation. I'm glad she's experimenting with different genres. So I applaud the experimentation, but I prefer Renaissance over Cowboy Carter. In terms of replay value, I feel like the album had a little bit of replay value, like with songs such as like Texas Hold'em, 16 Carriages, Two Most Wanted, Spaghetti, Tyrant, Yaya, songs like that. Songs on the upper half of my ranking of my list. I feel like those songs have replay value, but that's only about half the album. So I feel like half the album has replay value to me. So in terms of replay value, I feel like only about half the album has replay value. But I do still think the execution of the album was great. I feel like Beyonce definitely pulled off a Beyonce country album. I enjoyed Cowboy Carter. I appreciated Beyonce's experimentation with the country genre, and this was definitely a Beyonce country album. And Beyonce, like I said earlier, can pull off any genre. That's why she's Queen Bee, because she can do any genre she wants to. So yeah, that is the end of this video. Before you leave this video, make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Kennedy____. Follow me on TikTok at Kennedy_39. And make sure you have me on Snapchat at KennedyBuck. No space, no capitals. And I'll be back with more videos soon. See ya.
And all I can say is I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you.